Well, good morning, and thank you for joining me here in Oakland. Rob Bonta, California Attorney General, and I'd like to first begin by acknowledging the people who helped spearhead today's announcement. Priscilla Ocean, Special Assistant Attorney General, Michael Redding, Special Assistant Attorney General, Lance Winters, Chief Assistant Attorney General from the Criminal Law Division, and staff from all across the department who participated in a working group dedicated to developing this unit that I'm about to announce. Over the course of last year, this working group assessed the conviction integrity work being done across the country and within California to identify best practices, best approaches, the best model for a potential unit in our California Department of Justice. That they provided me with recommendations for the most effective, impactful ways for this new unit to have an impact. And this was and will continue to be a team effort with our best, most talented leaders leaning in to make this happen and to make it effective. So without further ado, I'm here today to announce the start of an important first ever initiative at the California Department of Justice to help strengthen trust in our criminal legal system and ultimately support public safety. Today, my office is announcing the launch of the department's first ever post-conviction justice unit. For the first time in this department's roughly 175-year history, we will have a team dedicated solely to ensuring the integrity of criminal convictions statewide and working to correct potential miscarriages of justice. I want to be clear about a few things. First, all prosecutors have a duty to ensure the integrity of their convictions with deeper understanding of issues that affect conviction from DNA to racism. It's imperative that every prosecutor's office consider how these issues affect their convictions, both present and past. That is an ongoing duty. Second, as Attorney General, I'm committed to ensuring that the California Department of Justice is leading the way, that we are walking the walk. We are already doing this work, taking a hard look at cases we're handling on appeal and considering Racial Justice Act claims with an eye toward systemic racism. Additionally, as part of our effort to launch the new unit, we've already started taking steps to review cases we've prosecuted in the past to determine whether the conviction or the sentences need to be revisited. Every prosecutor in the country can and should be doing this work. We're starting by looking inward before we're ready to expand our efforts, but today's announcement is about the launch of our larger process. We're embracing our duty to seek justice, not to blindly seek convictions, and to make sure that convictions are just. The new unit, once fully staffed, will be empowered to conduct investigations and reviews aimed at resolving wrongful or improper criminal convictions, including cases where there may be evidence of significant integrity issues. Importantly, the unit will also work to identify cases that may be suitable for resentencing. If the sentence is determined to have been excessive based on the facts or new developments, we're prepared to review it. We will be looking at cases where there is credible, verifiable evidence of innocence or integrity issues. Bottom line, nobody should serve time for a crime they didn't commit, and everybody deserves to be treated fairly under the law. That's what this effort is all about. Taking steps to support prosecutorial integrity is a critical part of pursuing justice and reflects the recognition that new evidence may arise. Past mistakes can be uncovered and sentencing standards may change, whether issues arise as a result of new evidence or advances in forensic science. It is incumbent on prosecutors to make good faith efforts to correct injustice. That's what we're setting out to do with this historic unit. Initially staffed by 2 attorneys, the unit will review and evaluate cases being handled by DOJ, both cases where DOJ is the prosecuting agency or where DOJ is handling a case on appeal. After finalizing protocols and standards and building on work already underway at DOJ, review claims of innocence or of wrongful conviction, or cases where there may be a significant integrity issue, where there may be error, where local authorities do not operate a conviction integrity unit or otherwise need assistance. Similarly, we're going to review cases for potential resentencing where local authorities do not operate a conviction integrity unit or otherwise need assistance. And ultimately, we're going to provide statewide leadership and coordination among local conviction integrity units to encourage the implementation of system-wide best practices and to further foster a culture of integrity, transparency, and efficacy that promotes what we're all seeking here, which is public trust, trust in a system that is working and that has accuracy and integrity. This is going to be a new process, and our new attorneys will be empowered to finalize the procedures for what kinds of cases we will take. So we will not yet be taking cases for review until we have staff on board and final intake criteria set. We hope to do that as fast as possible. That said, we've put in work to get to this point, and we are hiring now for those new openings. I encourage all qualified candidates to apply in order to help shape our efforts from the ground up. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and anyone who is interested can learn more about our unit on our website by going to oag.ca.gov/careers. Alongside prosecutors and law enforcement across the state, we fight each and every day to protect our communities and hold those who break the law accountable. We're united in our pursuit of truth, in our pursuit of justice. Yet, despite these efforts, our best efforts, we know our criminal legal system is not infallible. It is not perfect. There are errors that can have serious, devastating consequences on individuals, their families, and their communities. There are estimates that tens of thousands of people nationwide have been falsely convicted and are wrongfully incarcerated. And those who are wrongfully convicted often come from racially and economically disadvantaged and marginalized communities, do not have the resources to mount a meaningful defense. In addition, according to the National Registry of Exonerations, there have been more than 3,000 exonerations across the country since 1989. Whether it's a result of bias, changes in forensics, or any other issue, our criminal legal system is not foolproof, and we must make every effort to ensure the integrity of prosecutions in our state. We must be vigilant. We must take affirmative steps to ensure the truth, accuracy, and integrity of our criminal justice system. Through our post-conviction justice unit, we're doing exactly that, and we're taking action by fostering a culture of transparency and integrity statewide. We can support trust in the law, which in turn leads to safer communities and increased public safety. This work is mutually reinforcing, and it is necessary. Today's announcement is part of a growing effort by prosecutors nationwide and right here in California to find new pathways to seek justice, reduce harm, eliminate racial bias, and increase trust in the criminal legal system. Through the post-conviction investigations and reviews of individual criminal cases, we will be working to do that here at the California Department of Justice. This is only a beginning, but it's also a critical step forward for justice. I'm proud of this unit. It's something that I put into motion as soon as I was appointed California Attorney General and had the honor and privilege of serving in this role, and proud to be able to announce our launch today as we pursue justice and at the California Department of Justice are full speed ahead in our pursuit of justice. So with that, thank you very much for being here. Happy to take any questions you may have.